Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Bozmos2, where we are playing Chaco. It is turn 38. Jump into things. Okay, so we have completed Evocation 3 on our way up to Construction 3. Got a couple of different thrones claimed this turn. Throne of Water. We've got the Throne of Eternal Suffering and the Throne of Splendor. Go ahead and check those out real quick. Throne of Splendor, Free Dominion, and Awe. That's pretty dope, actually. Eternal Suffering is 3 Dominion, +1 Order, +1 Productivity, and +1 Misfortune. Mixed bag, but generally positive, depending on what your scales are. And then Throne of Water is pretty dope. Three water gems, defense skill +3, which is pretty fucking good. Spreads Dominion 2. It's Hydromancer, which if you don't have good water mages, this is a very nice water mage. And boost water ritual range by 1. Pretty decent. Sweet. 2 dire portents this turn. We've got a global enchantment from Kangobia. And then we have a global enchantment from Ulm, I believe. No, this is, I don't believe so. Maybe this is Ulm. Yeah, it's Mid-Ulm. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, so, let's take a look at those so that we don't forget about them. They are Oofa Doofa. Okay, so Mana from Heavens is a pretty amazing spell added in the DE mod. And what it is so if you have a priest in a province, that province gets +1 growth scales. Okay, kind of whatever, right? If you have a priest preaching in a province, there's a 5% chance per holy level of the preacher to find 1d6 nature gems and 1d3 astral gems every month. So if you have a bunch of cheap H1s, typically, I mean, if you have a bunch of cheap H2s, have at it, but typically it's a bunch of cheap H1s. And you can spread them out. I've done this on before, right? Especially DE This is amazing with DE because DE has some ways to just free spawn units, period. Not great ways, but you know, it's a mixed bag. You do this and you do that, and you're getting a little bit of something, etc. This is, if you have the infrastructure for it, this is an absurd amount of gems. Very rapidly an absurd amount of gems. So if you are allowed to get out of control with this, you can get a crazy amount of nature and astral gems. So I'm very interested to see. This is Kangobia. Kangobia is already kind of a cool, probably overly strong nation. It's a Bozmos nation, not a DE nation, if I'm remembering correctly. So it's I'm interested to see how this kind of pans out for this particular scenario. And then Forge of the Ancients has been put up by Ulm. And Forge of the Ancients is just awesome. This is also tells us that Ulm is at Construction 7, because that's when you get Forge of the Ancients. So that's pretty insane. They're basically going to just start shoveling through every type of construction that they possibly can. So, sweet. Interesting. Alright, Harspecs found a Glen of Verdant Greenery down here. +1 nature gem. Nice. Up to 8 gems per turn. Nothing with the other Harspecs. Didn't find anything in site searching with in Zaburia with either Pavoskwa 2 or Yona. Then we have a bunch of battles. We'll go ahead and flip through these real quick. We attacked into... Oh, this was just us suiciding our commander. So Light of the Northern Stars is auto-cast up here. You have the auto-cast Light of the Northern Stars. Oh, the North Star is her ally and will rise at her command in battle. Okay, so she just auto-casts Light of the Lord of the Stars. Cool. She'd be dope if we could grab, but the likelihood there is real low. Oi, hi. Sorry. We could probably send a stacked Wuya at this group, honestly. She's got high air, I think, is the only thing. So we would need to... Oops. We would need to make sure the Wuya had enough air resistance to get past, like, the Ringhawks. Need to do a little something on that, but definitely doable. We witness a fight between Kangobia and Old Man in Tecvegos. Oh shit. Okay. So we've been seeing a whole lot of feints here and there, a little bit of light raining, etc. This is a big ass fucking army. Now most of these Kangobs, they're kind of whatever, right? They do hit relatively hard with this Dracon Tooth Spear. I think it's kind of a little much. But they're not super hard to... They're chaff. But these fucking... these Drakengard, they're super dangerous. These Kangob Riders are also super dangerous. They're all sacred. Very, very sketchy, scary. I will say this, there does not look to be like a whole bunch. There's a little bit, but not a whole bunch of mage support here. We've got a handful of Kangom Shamans. We've got some Drakenchilds kind of mixed in here. It's hard to tell which ones are the Drakenchilds and which ones are just Drakenguards. Actually, I think they have the exact same fucking model. That's a little annoying. Are there more shamans over here? There are some more shamans over here. Casting Twist Fate. Skills of Heroes. Yeah, these guys are pretty dangerous. Now, this is scary. This is a terrifying army. And the reason why I'm somewhat like, oof, about it is because it's gonna be on my fucking border soon. Like, if this is what's charging at Old Man, one, I was hoping to, you know, take my own little bite, not a big bite, just a little bite out of Old Man. But if this is what's charging there, that's probably not going to happen. So, oof. 404. Crazy. Mostly just Kangob soldiers, though. These guys hit hard. Again, I cannot express that enough. These guys hit fucking hard. What they are. And they have Formation Fighter. I don't know about this. These guys are kind of like over-tuned for their price. Like, why does this... They have 12 strength. Why does this fucking Draken Tooth Spear do 20 damage? It's a base of 8 damage. It's an 8 damage base spear. The Firebrand is 8 damage. Kitsina War Spear is 4 damage. Like, it's just... that's too much damage on a fucking... on a mundane spear. Like, that's more damage than it needs to be doing. Like, anyways, moving on. We attacked in Walden. Check that real quick. Okay, we are up against nothing really, honestly. Slightly interrupted by wolves. Able to finish off there, though. We're at +3 on experience. Definitely not bad. Okay, so nice victory, little victory in Walden. We witnessed a battle between, I think this is Sitis attacking Marverni. Yeah. Got some Sauromancers popping off. Prayer of Earth. Okay. They're gotcha. That's their reinvigoration, basically. That's really strong. Now that I think about it, it's really strong. Okay. Cool. Little pingy there. We watch Atlantis attacking Ind, and they attack with that. Actually, they brought some forces together. So we saw a goodly portion of this was just these warshambers previously, but they brought in more Kings of the Deep with other groups of warshamblers. So this is actually a decently sized army. And it is up against, looks like this is just the province defense of Ind, so nothing doing, honestly. These soldier priests are good, but up against this much, not gonna matter. Especially not with the water elementals. I will say it looks like his Kings of the Deep were like, okay, yeah, that's definitely it, and dumped all of their water gems. He's got resupply on his Coral Queen, which is good. But see if he lost anything there. Lost a single War Shambler. Yeah, so he's doing good. Okay. Another battle between King Gombia and Old Man. And this is just his little fucking raider. Fucking Beakwing raid leader over here. Yeah. I don't know, this is a strange script. He has him, like, basically wait the entire time. And then he jumps back. He's sacred, but he doesn't have a way to bless himself, so he's really just relying on his ability to swiftly kill everything. Using the shadow as distraction. Pretty good. Retinue of shadow, one shadow. Because most things, right, most PD isn't going to be able to deal with the shadow very effectively because it's got ethereal. So that's interesting. That's a very interesting little tactic. Okay. And then we attacked in the Fortress of Smacia, and we are up against... nothing. Yeah, he vacated. Got some empowerment on our Katsinas. They're running forward. Yeah, yoy. Nothing doing. Weo was trying to chase someone down and he got sniped away from him. Okay. Easy peasy battle. Unexpected event in Vongar. One of our mages has consorted with a witch in the woods and is now being followed around by, a foul spawn. See, this kind of event is interesting, but it's so limited in scope. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't achieve anything. It doesn't accomplish anything, right? It'd be interesting if this like this mage or this leader, right? One of your mages is consorted with a witch in the woods. After an unnaturally short pregnancy, the crone gave birth to a monster who now follows his father like a loyal dog, right? It would be more interesting if this mage was now marked and every turn he got one of these fucking foul spawn. You know? Like this crone is just continuously pumping out kids that come and find their papa, you know? And that's just and that, it, again, wouldn't amount to much, but getting, you know, over the course of 20 turns, 20 of these, maybe that does something, you know? Maybe that does something more than just cost you some upkeep. Probably not, but at least it's somewhat interesting then. It could lead to something. The way it is now is it's just, hey, I got a random foul spawn, sweet. It doesn't do anything. It's just very strange. It's one of those events that I'm like, this could do more. This could be more interesting. Brigands have taken up residence in a ruin. We have plus 40 fucking unrest in Old Woods. Global event. The Eternal Suffering Throne gives everything +1 order and +1 dominion. Sweet. That's actually pretty decent for us. And then, this is just an event about the divine nourishment falling for Kangobia. We were found out, and he died in Anremark. Fortunate. And another unfortunate thing, our troops in Ablak are starting to starve. I was paying attention to the supplies in Smacia, but I was not paying attention to the supplies in Ablak. That is my bad. We're kind of in a weird pickle there. I'm hoping I have figured out the scenario, but we might be screwing ourselves over. You all know how it is. It wouldn't be a game for me if I didn't screw myself over in the mid game with supply issues. So, New Kalem has passed and Nahulo has passed. So we're up to 19, I believe, or 20. 19 or 20 people out. What are we doing this turn? Mostly what we are doing this turn is just continuing to... Well, no, I mean, we're doing some stuff this turn. So, we can see that Ind is moving a bunch of forces around. It looks like maybe they're trying to consolidate their forces. Maybe they're trying to counterattack. We don't know if they're going to go to try to liberate their capital, if they're going to just try to do as much damage as they can on the way out, or what. But we're going to try to be cautious about it and try not to get our face slapped. Also, I want to do something about this, right? I want to get up here and try to get, like, Pastena. But I don't think that that's necessarily going to happen in the near future. I'm hoping that Old Man is going to be able to put up some sort of fight against Kangobia, but it seems like they have basically lost the war against Foray Flegra and Kangobia, and now we're probably going to be borders with Kangobia, which ain't dopia. That's not bad. I'll never do it again, I promise. Anyways, so yeah, unhappy about that. We are attacking into Assad with Mong 4 because it's a connection point to Pastena. If Facia really wants it, then I'll let them have it. I don't really care. We are raiding into Midria, and we're attacking into Verdant Steppe with Wuyas. This is somewhat dangerous. Ind knows what our capabilities with our Wuyas are, so I would assume that they are more on guard. But that being said, I don't know that they have anything that's really going to make a difference yet. I don't think... I mean, if it was just me versus them, then, you know, maybe the last couple turns they put together some, you know, countermeasures, some great swords of sharpness on a decently high magic resistance individual, so that they can try to like get through my vine shield and cut me down, etc., etc., that type of thing. Or maybe they, you know, arrange their maguses at the ready, attack or advance and cast spells, so they can try to like incinerate spam me. But I don't know that you know, I don't know that they really have had that opportunity yet. Wuya 5, if we are going up against what we have gone up against previously, Wuya 5 and Wuya 4 should be able to take on what they are going up against just fine. There is the random chance that they get Soul Slayed. That will suck, but if they do, they do. We can't just sit around and be like, well, I don't want my precious Wuyas to get Soul Slayed. We got to use them, right? That's the point of having them, is to use them. So they're about as protected as we can get them. And if they just run into soldiers, they should be just fine, right? So we're attacking up into Midria, we're hitting Verdant Steppe, and then we're reconsolidating in Smacia with our forces from High Peaks and with some forces from the capital, Chaco, some more mages. So we've got 4 mages here, we've got 7 mages there. We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mages there. So that's going to be 20 mages, which is pretty decent. I feel okay about that. To fight against Verdant Steppe specifically, right? So this turn we're going to be building a temple. Next turn, in theory, we will be attacking Verdant Steppe with our army, and we should pop it in a turn or 2. In the meantime, we're also attacking into Forest of the Lost. This is not a breach of our NAP. We have contacted Atlantis, talked about the situation. They are going to, at least, we haven't settled on borders yet still, but they are going to allow us to move through 554 on our way to 562. And we are taking a fair number of mages with us, and this kind of hurts, right? We're actually losing a lot of research here, but I don't want to undershoot this and be like, oh well, I thought we were good, but we didn't send enough people, so we're definitely not good. So yeah, we're sending a bunch of people. And that should be that. But because of the nature of the scenario, right, we have some starving units here. I'm hoping Al Black is actually relatively small in population. I think Forest of the Lost is like 9k, so I'm hoping our population is going to be just fine there, and I'm hoping Bergamum is also going to be fine. But another thing that we're doing is we're not bringing everyone that we have. We are bringing our ants, we're bringing our great bears, and we're bringing pretty much all of our archers. But other than that, we're actually holding out. And probably I should be leaving the archers, but it's whatever. And part of the reason why is because I'm hoping with the supply bonuses from our Wuyas and the hopefully better supply in these provinces, that we can get away from the starvation. So fingers crossed. So we got that going on. We are moving some Kusharis out and about in order to, this is part of our agenda of getting Kusharis in all of our provinces in order to patrol and naturally reduce unrest, and hopefully that will get it to where we suck less. I don't know. We're recruiting another Wuya in Chaco. Want to get to the point to where it's basically every other turn is a Wuya. And oh my god, the excitement. We are back to where we started at turn 1. We can now recruit 4 Katsina warriors a pop. So freaking excite. That is much wow. Big oof. Very, very hap. So we're gonna start doing that every turn, but this is a huge money sink. We lose so much money every turn to this. It is what it is, though. So that's pretty much it. We are moving our god over to continue to start site searching elsewhere. Oh, and this is the other big thing. This is another reason why we're losing a fair chunk of research. It's not that much research, in fairness, but we're doing like we hit evocation 3. We have arcane probing. We're spending like 30 gems arcane probing like 10 times immediately. And we're probably going to do this next turn as well. We're basically just going to arcane probing our entire empire as quickly as we can. Because if we get lucky, we've already got pretty lucky, honestly. We have 8 astral pearls as income. If we get lucky and we can get up to like 15 or so off of these probings, we're gonna lose quite a bit, obviously, right? But you know my motto, it's income that matters. And if we can get a better income earlier, then we can move towards doing some other things, i.e., we can maybe start looking to producing more sorceresses. We've got these sorceresses over here that have a 20% chance of getting one of these paths, and if we're lucky, we could get a Astral 3 out of them. And from an Astral 3, we can get pretty far in Astral. Especially if we have a good income and we can boost, right? So that could actually get us pretty into some stuff later on in the game. Which I don't think actually we would need. We could still go, there are... Yeah, I'd have to look it up. There are some summons. We've talked about this previously, but there are obviously a bunch of new DE summons, but there's also some Chaco specific summons that I think could make it way easier for us as far as like high astral goes. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna do that. We're gonna see how that goes. We're getting some death site searching in. Hopefully we can get some death gems in the near future. Actually, I'm considering doing a little bit of trading for some death gems. There are a couple of people out there that are really, really interested in like I think water and astral right now, and I could probably toss them some water or astral and get a very good return on investment for death gems. And if I did that, then I might be able to just like pop over to Chaco, kind of a central location, and start dark knowledging. We know we have a death site in Black Alps, so we could get some income out of that, and then maybe we get lucky on a couple of other locations. I don't really think that there's anything that we're like, yeah, this place is definitely death, but you know, who knows. So maybe we do that. I think other than that, we're pretty tame. We're doing a Haruspex, we're doing a Kithrionic Lion Pelts, more stone birds because we don't really have enough stone birds, and that's about it. So yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye, everybody.